to what I hope will be a very exciting program. It's a program for you really, it's a program that kind of I've wanted to do for a long, long time, which is like a post-practitioner, post-masters, kind of like pulling NLP together, but to do it for some kind of, as yet unspecified, personal and professional transformation. So it's about kind of healing, renewing, transforming, consolidating, integrating, whatever you want it to be. And we're going to leverage, 4 kinds of methodologies to do it. And I think that's what's one of the really, really unique things to do that we're going to do. We're going to leverage the power of collective intelligence, which is like the main thing, that is the most important thing, as we were saying earlier. None of us is as smart as all of us, and I think that's kind of to be able to create a group that is a high-performing group, that is genuinely creative and collaborative in the best kinds of ways, is one of those things that accelerates and kind of bootstraps the learning to learn aspects of what we're going to do. I think that the second one is obviously the one-to-one coaching, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. The third one is to obviously be using NLP and NLP type or based or related approaches, and I'll say more about that as well. So that could be some training or some demonstrations or some things like that, from me or from Jonathan or from any of you on the trainer training track to kind of bring into the group. And the third one is obviously, the fourth one obviously is modelling. So the idea, this core idea from NLP of modelling, effective, best practice, in any of this kind of behavioural modelling. It is still one of the unique aspects of NLP that we have.
Yes, what Judith says.
I just to say, and I'm very this course would not happen without both of us. So this is an example of generative collaboration, that the course has emerged from discussions and work that we've been doing since I put PPD learning on more of a kind of post-practitioner, more of a kind of masterclass, deeper programs kind of footing and contribution to bringing in other programs and contribution on other people's programs as well. So it's come out of these conversations between us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when we started looking at what is post-practitioner, post-master practitioner, we were running a number of shorter one-day masterclasses and practice groups and NLP and practice events, but it always felt that there was a space somewhere for a longer program. And I think when I was reflecting on my own journey, I think there's something quite unique about the personal, professional transformation that happens within a high-functioning collaborative group on a longer program. I've both experienced it in my own journey and also been fortunate to witness a number of groups who have come through PPD, and just to see the amazing transformations that people have on practitioners and master practitioner programs. And I think for me that was one of the things to go, well, how do we bring that sense of personal and professional transformation at that next level?
Yes.
And it's really exciting to be here. Really, really just want to welcome all of you and just say this is, for us, I think, a real step forward in how to use NLP to leverage the best of who you can be and your potential. And I think, the question that always stuck with me that Judith asked on the first day of the master pack is, how do you make NLP your NLP? And I think that for me is a really great question to hold, for each of you to say, well, what's your contribution that you'd like to make in your own lives, with the people you touch, in your work? And hopefully this course will go some way into answering that, I think, what is a lifelong and evolving question.
I also want to, because I find that I feel that it's tremendously important that we find a way somehow collectively of being kind of sane and creative people in the midst of kind of almost overwhelming kind of difficulties. And although, I just want you to know, which I'm sure you already do know, I'm just another human being like you. I don't have all the answers in any way. But I do think that there needs to be like a sort of basic sanity, kindness, intelligence, that we need to find a form of that to be generating in our families, in our communities, within our national and international networks, to bring a type of new thinking and being and ways of relating to each other and the planet, and ideas about how we can live and how we can foster a worthwhile world to live in, kind of thing. A world that people want to belong to, as they say at NLPU. A world for the next generation and the generations beyond.